Hello guys, welcome back to another amazing tutorial. So in this tutorial I'll be sharing my knowledge on how I made this beautiful straight leg pant. It is like a very corporate and chic pant. It has a zipper fly in front, it has two pleats in front, a waistband, a very nice waistband, a slant pocket, and the back. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Everything about this pant is just excellent. It's really nice. It has like a free bottom, it's not like a skinny pant. It is really beautiful. So if you want to make one for yourself, kindly watch to the end. And if you've not seen the pattern drafting for pants, I made a basic blog for pants. If you've not seen that video, kindly watch it out, link it in the description box. And I also made a video on how to make a zipper fly, how to make the pattern for a zipper fly, and also the slant pocket that we have in the pants. If you've not seen that video, I would also link it in the description box. It has two pleats and it's really beautiful. So I'd urge you to watch, subscribe, like, and share with your friends that love to sew. Gift them this video. So come on, that's what we do on this channel. Okay, I started out by cutting this part of the pocket on the main fabric and this other one on the lining piece on the lining piece. So I'll be cutting the band later when we are done joining. And now I'll be cutting my fly. So I just placed my fly on a fabric, then I just cut. That was all. So this is basically me just cutting everything. Remember, the pocket, the one that we didn't do a cutout on, we cut it on the main fabric, and the one we did a cutout for, we cut it on the lining. So this is our fly now. So I'll be placing this side of my pocket, the one I've made a cutout for. If you've not seen the video now, I made the pocket, kindly watch it. So I'm placing it on my pant, on my main pants pattern, or on my main fabric for my pants, the front. Then I'm just going to like trim off that part. I'm going to trim that part off, and this is what we have. I'm doing this because so I can use my pattern to make. I didn't like cut it on my when I was making the pattern for this pant. I didn't cut it because I want to like alter that pattern to varieties of style. So I just made a notch there. That notch is going to serve as my pleat, or if you are using the dart, you can go ahead and make that notch as your dart. But I'll show you what I'll be doing now. So I'm just going to make a pleat. I'm putting this right side facing me now, the right side in front of me, the right side of the fabric in front of me, of my front. This is my front actually. So I'm just going to like pleat. I'm using a 1-inch pleat, so I'm pleating on half an inch, like using half an inch, then pleating on together it's an inch. Do you get? So now I'm just going to pin that part that I've pleated, and I'll do the same thing for the other side. So this is right side facing me, and I'm pleating towards the pocket, not towards the center, the front of not towards the center of the pant. I'm pleating towards the pocket. Do you get? So that is it. So I'm just like making sure everything is well aligned. That's why I raised it up. I'm making sure everything is well aligned. Same thing I did in the other one. That's the same thing I'm basically doing here. Nothing different, the same. So I'm pleating towards my pocket. So now I'm just going to take this to my sewing machine and just like first of all, I need to like measure to make sure that everything is accurate, that they are both accurate. So I'm just measuring them, and I notice that yes, they're accurate. So I'm measuring everything together. We had the cutout now, so I'm just measuring it excluding my cutout. So and it is accurate. So yeah, we are good. So next thing I'll be doing now is to just like trying to like make sure everything is accurate. So next thing I'll be doing now is like use a basting stitch to like stitch on top. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be using a basting stitch to stitch on that part. Then I'll come back and show you what I did. So next thing I'm doing now is to carry my pocket lining and match right side to right, facing right side of the lining facing the right side of the pocket. So that was what I did. So I'm just going to pin that in place and do the same thing for the other side too of the pant, or the other side of the front. So I'm just going to like pin that, right, make sure it is right side facing right side. What I mean by right side is actually like the side that people see exactly. So I'm just going to stitch on a 0.5 inch smaller. So the next thing I'm doing now, when I was done stitching, I made a stop stitch. So now this is my pocket, the main side I will cut on the main fabric. If you can definitely remember. So I'm just like join it together, right side facing right side again. So that's what I did, right side facing right side. So I'm going to pin the way I would stitch. So I'm just going to like pin this part, pin it to the end. Remember, we didn't make a curve on this part. We didn't make a curve on the pattern, which was intentional. I'm making the curve on my material now. I did those things because I want to like reuse my pattern several times. I don't want to start cutting. If I want to make a cargo pattern, I don't want to start cutting again. So yeah, I'm just making the curve on the main fabric. Then I'm going to stitch. So I'm just like pinning it in place. So I'm going to stitch using 0.5 inch seam allowance. So make sure everything is well aligned, because so I'm going to cut that part off. I don't need it, so I'm just going to like cut that part off. Make sure everything is well aligned before stitch. So I'm going to like stitch, then I'm going to turn it inside out so you see what we have. So you see, this is what we have now, and yeah, so now this is what we have. Make sure you go to your iron table and iron very well. Like make sure you iron it very well. So when I'm done ironing, I'll come back and show you. So guys, after joining, this is what we have. The pleat is looking beautiful. The pocket, it's not going anywhere. We've stitched it down. So the next thing I'll be doing is to actually like join my both fronts together, right sides facing each other. So I just place one on each. Then I'm going to pin that down. I use my pin to pin that down. Pin from up to the last part, like to the crotch area. I'm just going to like pin the crotch area. Make sure you pin well, sha. So what I did that I didn't really show on camera is I measured from the waistline 7 inches to here. So that's why I'm making a curve. I'm just marking that point. So it's like 7 inches from the waistline to that point. So I'm just like sew on that point, then come back and show you guys what next I did. So what next we'll be doing rather. So this is what we have after sewing that down, and yeah, this is what we have. So now I want to like work on my fly. So to get the points you'll be getting for your fly, this is a video. So when I turn it to my body, this is I'm marking on my right hand side. So on the right hand side, so it will be opening towards the zip will be opening towards the left hand side. So the fly is going to be on the right hand side of the pant, if that makes sense. Fly and my fly. This is my fly actually, and the one putting on that is my underfly. So I'll be using the bias now to like tape round that point. I'll just use the bias to like tape that round so it can be neat. So it can be neat. If you have a serger, please go ahead to overlock. And this is what we have on the right side. So on that point, I'm going to pin. I'm going to pay close attention to what I am doing, to what I'm doing. Please pay close attention. So I'm going to like pin that down. As you can see, I'm going to pin that down. I'm going to like sew on a 0.5 inch seam allowance. After that, I'm going to open it. After sewing, then I open the seam to that point. Then I'm going to make a top stitch on this point. So I'm going to take it back to my sewing machine again to make a top stitch. So I'll come back and show you what it looks like. So this is what we have after making the top stitch. This is what we have after making the top stitch. It is not going anywhere. So now I'm going to place my zipper. This is the zipper I'm working with. I'm just showing this top stitch so you can see it up close. So I'm going to turn my zipper upside down. As you can see, I'm going to turn it upside down. See, this is the zipper now. So I turned it upside down. The right side of the zip facing the right side of my fly. So this is what we have. So I'm going to pin. I'm going to pin on that part of the zipper. I'm going to pin. So make sure your zipper is actually not like coming out of your pant, like it's in between, like it's where you top stitch. It's around the area you top stitch. Make sure the edge of your zipper is around there. So that's what you do. So just watch closely, please, guys. So this is what we have. So I'm going to sew on that point now. That's going to be like a basting stitch, a first close stitch. So that's what we have now. Then I went ahead to like do a normal stitch. So I have to stitch on that zipper. So this is what we have now. So I'm just showing you what I have after opening. So this one is still there. There's nothing there yet. So we're working on that now. So now I'm just placing it on to show you what it looks like. That it is really nice and pretty. So can you see everything is nice? I'm showing you the stitch I made on the zipper. So next thing I'll do now is to actually like tape my underfly. This is called a underfly. I'm still going to use a bias again to tape it down. If you have a serger, very good, use a serger to do this. So now I'm going to like pin my pocket out of the workspace I want to work with. I'm going to pin my pocket out so we don't like catch our pockets when sewing. So the next thing I did now was to fold in my seam allowance of 0.5 inch. Now I went ahead to iron. So I folded it in. So this is the seam allowance I'm taking on the other side, which is we're going to be using as our underfly. So I just ironed it, and this is what we have after ironing it. So now I'm going to place it on my zip, on the other side of my zip. See, this is very close, this is up close. So I'm going to like place this on the other side of my zipper. I'll open my zip first of all, whichever way is convenient for you. So I'm just looking for the most convenient points, the most convenient way of fixing this. So I'm just like place it on my zipper. As you can see, look at it. I'm going to place it on the other side of my zipper. Then I'm going to pin. So I'm going to pin. So please guys, I want you guys to like get this point very well. Like this is the part that you give someone headache when making pants, like when making the pants with the zipper fly. This is the point that gives somebody headache, so pay good attention. So I'm just going to like pin that place also, pin that point also, as you can see me do, and just pin till the end. Make sure I pin till the end. So watch closely, guys. If you have to like repin, please take your time and repin. Just make sure everything is well aligned. So this is what we have. Remember, we went to high on our seam allowance at that point. So I'm just going to like pin. Just going to pin this point also. Pin it down to where we want it to stop. So I'm bringing it in frame so we can see it very well. And I'm going to pin this other point also. Can you see? You might have like a challenge there, but not to worry, it's going to work well. So I'm just going to like pin. After pinning, I'm going to take it to my sewing machine now and like sew on that point. Use the basis stick, then sew up. You can sew with your zip closed. If you have a zipper foot, good for you. So I have a zipper foot, so I worked with that. So it was very easy. So I'll just sew on that point downwards. I'll sew it downwards to that point. Then I'll come back and show you guys what next to do. Just make sure you see it. I'm just showing you so we will understand. So then after sewing, this is what we have. This is what we have. We are not done yet. This is what we have. And the next thing we'll be doing is to actually put our underfly under, then sew again. So our zipper is going to be in between our pants and our underfly. Just watch closely, guys. Watch closely. So now this is my underfly. After adding my bias, this is what we have. And I'm going to place it under. Can you see? I'm placing it under the way I want it to be. That's what I'm placing it under so it can cover up everything. So this is what we have. Yeah, I think I'm satisfied with that. Then I'm going to zip this open. After opening my zipper, this is what we have. So I'm going to place my underfly under. Look at it, guys. So I'm just trying to like look for the best way to do that. So I'm going to pin now. Now that I'm comfortable with that, I'm going to pin. So my friends, just watch close. This thing is very easy. Very easy. I tell you, I'm not joking. It's easy. So I'm going to pin that in place also. So I'm just going to like pin. That's what we are doing basically. We are pinning. So just pin that. If you've watched this point and you've not subscribed, my friends, kindly subscribe. Thank you so much. So I'm going to zip that open to show you what it looks like and show you how I'll be sewing. So yeah, I've zipped that closed rather. Then it's nice. I like it. Don't worry about that. We'll be stitching that in place too. We just need to take it one step at a time. So I'm just going to like sew this point down, see where it will end, like that point. That's what we'll be sewing down. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to like stitch the underfly to the other side of my zipper. This is what we have. It didn't catch our pocket, yeah. So this is what we have. And next thing I'm doing now is to actually like join the fly, like you know that line, that curve line you see on your pants. So this is what we'll be doing now. So I'm just marking 1 inch in, then I'm going to roll a straight line there. If you have your pattern, if your pattern is closed, just bring it and put it on it, then use your chalk to trace it. My pattern is not closed, so that's why I'm going through this stress. So I'm just going to like zip that, curve that in. This is what we have. And yes, this is what we have. Make sure it is ending at where your stitch ends rather. So, and if the line is not visible, make sure you go ahead to like make it very visible so you can see. You can always clean your chalk mark out. So this is what we have. So I'm going to open this. We are not joining it together, so we have to open this. We'll open it with we can sew on it in the sew on this point. So now I'm just going to like pin that in place. So now our fly, I'm pinning my fly tightly to my pants. I'm pinning it tightly to my pants. I'm just going to like stitch that in place. So this is what we have. It's really nice. This is what we have. Cool. We are done with that point. And I'll be working on other things. I think we are done with the front. All the work we need to do on the front. So now I'll be joining it with the back. So okay, the next one will be nice to actually like join this point together. So you won't have like too much opening. So just join this fly, the underfly and this and the back, just join together. That's what you do. So that's what I just did there. And I'll open it again to show you what it looks like. So this is what we have. So guys, we're working on our back now. But to start with the back, we're going to make the back dart. So I'm going to measure from my crotch area, which you'd see now, point, and make a notch or just mark that point. So on that side, go in on both sides of that mark by 0.5 inch. As you can see, I'm just measuring that down to like measure how long I want my dart to be. So I'll measure the length of my dart, and from that middle line also I'll just like slant my tape measure. Like, just watch closely, you understand. So I'm just measuring that to be sure of my dart intake. I'm just going to like mark to this point, just make my tape slant, like, then mark. So that's the best way to like get a slant line, like a very accurate slant line. So I'm just like connect my dart legs, and yeah, we have our dart. So I'm turning to the other side and do the same thing. When I just like make my dart, now I'll be joining our dart. So I'm just going to like use my pin to pin to show you how I'll be sewing my dart. I'm just going to like pin from that point down. So I'll be sewing on this point, then I'll do this without doing a back stitch. So I'll just make a couple of knots at that point. Make knots, not just tie, just to secure that point. Just tie. So we are done. Then I'll go ahead and iron, and this is what we have after ironing. It's looking really nice and neat. So now I'm going to be joining my back crotch area using my seam allowance of 0.5 inches. I'm going to like pin that first before joining, so I'll show you how I'll be joining it. We are using straight stitch actually, nothing crazy, guys. So on a 0.5 inch allowance, then come back and show you guys what we have. So this is what we have after sewing it. If you have to like iron, please go ahead and iron. So we'll be joining the front and back together, and I'll show you that soon. My back right side is facing me, then I'm going to like place my front on it, wrong side facing me. So the front side and the back side, their right sides are facing each other. So I'm just going to like pin on the side seam. Just going to like pin that from top to bottom. Just pin that down. Make sure everything is like, no one is longer than one. Just make sure everything is well aligned while pinning, so you don't get shortage or excess seam allowance in your pants, if that makes sense. So then I pin that from the waist down to my ankle using a straight stitch to sew on a 0.5 inch seam allowance, and we'll do this to the other side also of the pants. We'll do this to the other side, and yeah, I'm done joining, and this is what we have. I've joined the other part. This is what we have on the other side also. So we'll be joining our crotch area or our inseam. So I'll be matching both crotch together. To just pick up your crotch, your front and back, make sure you match their seam together. Very, very important. That's a guide. So just join that together from one leg to another, as you can see me do. This is like pin, and I'm going to like, when I'm done pinning, I stitch, and that's all. So next, I'm really nice to measure my waist round so we can cut our waistband. So just like measure that round, because the waistband we made was like an utility waistband that can be used for any type of pants. So for this pant, you have to like measure the waistband round, because we have like an extension for our flies, so you have to like measure. So mine stopped at 27 inches. My actual waist is 24 or 24 and a half. I don't even 24. So yeah, so that's what I'll be doing. So I'm going to like be adding the difference or the quantity. Like I folded my fabric into two, then divided 27 by 2. So that is what I'll mark. So 27 divided by 2 should be around 13.5, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's not 13.5. Yeah, I don't know, 13.5. Yes. So I'm just going to like add that, and also add a 0.5 inch seam allowance to actually like join our to like turn our waistband together. I'll be cutting on my fabric, and I'll be cutting on lining, because I made the same thing on my lining. So I'll be ironing this interfacing on the lining and on the pant. So what I'll be doing now is to like join my lining first. Just like join my lining first to my pant. I'm joining it from inside out, from the inside of the pant. I'm joining it towards the outer part of the pant. Do you get? So I'm joining it on the inside, like my lining now, the right side on the wrong side of the pants. Make sure you mark where your waistline is connected to the band, so you don't make mistakes. So I'm just going to like join that. This is what we have. It's very, very easy. easy, really easy. So this is what you are supposed to like have. If you have to like go ahead to like remove your pin and repin, please make sure you do that. Just make sure everything is accurate. That's what we want, accuracy. So I'm just going to like pin that. Remember, the right side of the waistband, it's on the wrong side of the pants. Yes, the wrong side of the pants. I'm just pinning that, just like fast forwarding so we can like just sew. And this is what we have after sewing, after pinning it out. So now the seam is on the right side, as you can see. It's on the right side, as you can see. So this is what we have. So the next thing I'll be doing now is to join my waistband, like my main fabric. So I'm going to like join that. Can you see? I'm just like connect it right side of the waistband, then right side of the lining. So you can see I'm just connecting that together, and I'll pin. Can you see? So I'm just going to like pin. Those exercises don't matter. It's better for you to have more fabric than less fabric. So I'm just going to like pin on how I'll be sewing. So I'll pin that point. See, I'm folding my seam allowance inward. My seam allowance on my line. I'm folding it inward. So I'm just going to like pin that point also, and continue pinning around the waistband, like the seam allowance of the waistband. So this is very simple. Just make sure you like watch closely, self-explanatory, and if you have any question, kindly leave it in the comment section. So guys, I am done pinning. Then I'm going to like sew as I'm pinned. I'm going to like sew round, like sew onto that point, then stop it at that point, then I'll come back and show you. So yeah, I am done sewing. I'm just going to like trim the excess before my seam line. Please don't trim after your seam line, trim before your seam line. Then I'm going to like cut that part off, and also this joint part where we joined that part together, I'm going to like cut it out also, so it can lay flat. So when we iron, it's going to like lay really flat. Then I'll be turning it now to the front so you can see it. So when I turn it, this is what it looks like. I'm going to use my scissors, one end of my scissors, to like push that part out so it can be really sharp and fine. Then I'm just going to like show you. I'm going to like pin. I'm just like still bring it out if I have to, then make like a top stitch on that part also. I'll come back and show you guys. So I'll just make a top stitch, and yeah, I was done making a top stitch, and it is laying even more flatter than when we didn't make it top stitch. So I'm going to like pin. I'm going to like show you. I'm going to like pin in. So I'm going to like fold that part in, push it outward just to make sure it is nice. That's what I'm trying to do. So now I'll fold that part in. Just watch. I'm going to fold that part in, then I'll sew on that part, but I have to iron it first before sewing. So I'm going to have to like iron it and pin it in place. Can you see the way I pinned, the way I folded it in? I'm just going to like sew on that part and end it on that other part. I'll come back and show you. So guys, I am done pinning and sewing. This is what we have. We have our waistband looking so nice, like really nice. And yeah, you can add your button or your hook and eye, and we are done. If you've watched to this point, that means you've got value. Kindly like, subscribe, share with your friends that love to sew. Please leave a comment. If anything wasn't clear to you, leave a comment. I'm going to definitely reply and also make everything clear if the. So guys, if you've watched to this point, you should have something like this if you are sewing along. And if you are not sewing along, you want to save this video for your future purpose, please do kindly like, subscribe, share with your friends that love to sew. And also guys, I also have a video on how I drafted this pattern. If you've not seen that video, it's in the description box. Kindly check it out. Learn how to draft your own basic pants block so you can alter it to different style of pants. Honestly, you just have to be creative with it. Like, you can alter it to varieties of style. Your cargo pants, any type of pants that like your cargo pants, especially, like it's so chic and fine. So if you want to see video on that also, I'll be making videos like that in the future, so stick around. Kindly like, subscribe like I said earlier, share with your friends that love to sew, and I'll see you in future videos.